Hello and greetings, all you in YouTube land and fellow Eternians. It is Eldor here, or the Masterversa-Toyhunter. Oh yes, you spoil us, Eldor. Another video already. Oh yes, yes. I thought I would bring you another little update here, seeing as how the Masterverse movie figures are starting to show up in the marketplaces there and so forth. And yes, on that note, I thought I would share with you a little update on my my Masterverse movie Dolph Lundgren head sculpt there, and just thought I'd talk a little bit about how I got on with that, and yes, so let's get stuck in, and I'll tell you how I got on there. So yes, I thought I would show you how I got on with my Dolph Lundgren head sculpt there. So last time I did a little update on this head sculpt. I had just finished sculpting the hair onto the action figure head and so forth, and now I've just of course gone over and painted in the hair color. So there's several different colors of brown, and a lighter brown, or a more ochre yellow rather, and I did a little bit of a dirty wash of a darker brown, and but mostly I dry brushed in with the yellow ochre, and then to cap that off, just a slight dry brush of white in there, just to give it a bit of that a nice blonde look, I suppose. So yes, a bit of a close-up there. Of course, I wrapped the head in a bit of glad wrap, and then I sort of twisted the glad wrap at the back there to try and get a bit of a hair sculpt kind of look on the underside there as best as I could, because it's kind of difficult when you're working with a soft putty and trying to hold it when you're sculpting and putting pressure on one side, and then you're messing up your sculpt, flattening all that out and losing a lot of that detail you sculpted on beforehand. I suppose there's some way of getting around it. Maybe doing a thinner sculpt perhaps, and then once that's all relatively set and hardened, you can come in on the underside there with a little bit of thinner putty perhaps, and so yes, I coated it, the head in the glad wrap there, to avoid the putty sticking to the head sculpt, because I wanted to get two separate pieces there, and so forth. And yes, after that head set, I put a little bit of putty in there to sculpt a bit of a I don't know, a plug or something to mould into that sort of trench or socket in the back of the head. That the hair that I pulled off this head was glued in with. I believe this was a spare head from the new Eternia He-Man originally, but I had whittled away most of the face, but I kept the eyes, and then I worked back in, as I said, with the putty to sculpt or to do my best at a Dolph Lundgren head sculpt there. So yes, once that's set, of course, it helps me to locate the hairdo, or the hairpiece on the head there. I didn't bother moulding in eyebrows or sculpting in eyebrows, rather. I just painted those in and what have you. So I see the movie figures of Dolph Lundgren there, and Skeletor has started making their way out into the shops, I think, over in some parts of Earth there. And I guess I watched a review there today of some fellow that had the He-Man movie figure. So yes, I pre-ordered mine. I also pre-ordered Skeletor the other day as well. I didn't want to miss out on him. So let's get the camera fixed up there, looking up a bit more. We'll see how this head looks on this new Eternia body, because it's, until I get the movie He-Man, is the closest thing I can use to demonstrate to you there. Oh, bit of a push. Oh, there we go. I did a little bit of a skin tone wash on the face today, after seeing that review that person did, and it won't match the skin color, of course. I did my best to match the color of the skin tone on the body shown in that review there. So yes, here he is. The head sculpt on the new Eternia He-Man body, because it's yes, as I said, the closest thing I have to a movie looking He-Man, because as we know, that He-Man also had shoulder pauldrons there and such. Yeah, take a look at the back there. So yes, hair is usually a hard form to sculpt sometimes. I guess for those that have been doing it for a while, they probably know it like the back of their hand, shall we say. But yes, I was quite happy with the result of the hairpiece and what have you. But as they say, the proof will be in the pudding when I get my movie He-Man, to see how that looks. So when that happens, I guess, I'll do another wee update with a review on that figure when I get it in hand. Sometime around February, I believe, but I think sometimes things have been known to show up a bit sooner. Usually these are pre-orders, as I've learnt. They're a rough estimate there of when they'll show up from where you pre-order things from. So, yes. No, I'm pretty happy with how that looks so far. And I've also been keeping an eye on Mr. Ramen Toy there. Ramen Toy on his Facebook page. And he's been working on his own Dolph Lundgren head sculpt there. So those are looking rather good. And he had a few with the colour on them now. Bit of paint, I think, on them. So you can see how the colours look. And here's the eyes painted on those also. Oh yes, a lot of options out there to give your movie He-Man the proper look. But it is a shame, I think, that we weren't able to get that first off with Mattel Creations there. But yes, I understand there's a bit of protocol and what have you that you have to go through to see if you're allowed to do these things and licenses and such. And I don't think they were able to get the license there from Sir Dolph. But you could, I suppose, as I've said before, with Frank Langella Skeletor there, because he didn't really have his likeness. It was all prosthesis all over his face to make it look like Skeletor, or skull-like and scary. So I suppose in a way you could get away with that. Just a shame, yes, that we couldn't get that with the He-Man figure. So it'd be good to see if we get any more, like Gwildor and Blade and Man-at-Arms and Teela. Who is it? Beastman, Cellrod, and all those fellows and ladies. Maybe the humans too, when He-Man visited Earth there. So yes, it's just a quick look there, as you say. Might bring them in closer there. We can get the camera to focus. Way too close there, maybe. There. Oh, there we are. I'll just pose them around a little. Bit of saw play. Anyhow, that is as they say, is it? On a bit of a short review here, or update on my Dolph Lundgren head sculpt. So it's all painted and ready to hopefully soon try out on the movie He-Man there. So yes, well, it was a short little look there of my Dolph Lundgren head sculpt. that I'm doing for my Masterverse Movie He-Man miniature rides. So yes, I'll be doing a bit of a live there on Friday around 1 o'clock, around the 1 o'clock New Zealand time, or Eternian time, shall we say. And yes, I hope you will join me for that as I go over my top 12 Masters of the Universe action figures for 2022. And I felt 12 because, you know, there's 12 months to a year on Earth there and such. So I thought I'd make for a bit of a longer video, a bit of a longer hangout time there, and you might want to join me and tell me what your I don't know, top 5 or 10 or even 12 figures were for you, because I thought, you know, it's good to have a few options to talk about. It's hard to choose, really, and I found it hard to choose my top 12. I might have 1 or 2 as a bit of an honourable mention, shall we say. So yes, there's that coming up in 2 days' time there, and yeah, oh yes, on New Year's Eve, I'll be dropping my collection video there of all my adventures so far. So a bit of a look back there at all my funny adventures, and I hope you will enjoy that and what have you. So yes, that's a bit coming up there, and no doubt I'll be looking forward to the new year, more reviews and hanging out with you all there, and also hanging out with the people that I have met so far in my travels, and no doubt I'll be meeting a few others and maybe hanging out on their lives and see what they get up to and whatnot. But yes, oh yes, I'm also looking forward to doing a bit of voice work there for Masters of the Mini Comics. That fellow there that tells all the stories out of the vintage mini comics there. Does a bit of a audio production, and he's had a few people already lend their vocals towards that project. So I hope I can get all that sorted out, and hopefully he likes my performances and what have you. Yes, I got a few vintage mini comics there the other day myself, and I was going to read one of those, maybe a bit of so you can see my vocal range there, as you say, a bit of a tryout, I think, for his show. And yes, so I'm not sure when I'll do that, but I thought it might be interesting to have a bit of a bedtime story there with Aldor. Anyway, that is a little few updates and an update on my head sculpt here for Dolph Lundgren, the 80s movie He-Man. And do you think we might see another movie sometime in the future? There, I think it's something's been talked about, and what have you. So it'd be interesting to see how they handle that, and go about making that movie if they do. Okay, well, you know, as we always say, feel free to like this video and subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever I'm back on the great eye of the universe here to share some adventures with you. So yes, there's that, and also I'll say good journey, everybody, and all the best for the new year, and so forth. Okay, cheerio there.